Hi, welcome again, and I'm happy to present in this video segment three again very fascinating and interesting English expressions and idioms. First one is even Stevens, second one is Buckleys and Nunn, and the third one is no names, no pact rule, right? Even Steven, you may have heard of it, often used in a scenario where all debts are repaid by a person to another person and they are on an equal footing. So any debt or any particular aspect that needs to be repaid is done, and when both the parties are on a similar ground, then that's when this phrase is used. So a couple of examples would be, I paid him to the last penny and I don't owe him anything at all. So we are on an even Steven note, right? That is one way of looking at it. Second being, the families, the long-standing dispute between, the property dispute between both the families came to an amicable end because it was decided that the assets would be shared 50-50 and they are on an even Steven note, right? That's what even Stevens is all about. The second one is Buckleys and Nunn is in a situation where you hardly have any choice. You have only two options. One is very slim chances of anything surviving or no chance at all. It's either very slim or nil. That's what Buckleys and Nunn is all about. So again, an example would be, you could ask her out on a date, but I really doubt because looks like she may not join you, but your chances are Buckleys and Nunn, right? That's another example that highlights the this particular expression, right? And there is interesting story behind this expression, Buckleys and Nunn. Apparently, there was a person called William Buckley. He was an escaped convict in Australia and he was lost in the Australian outback. And his chances of survival was very slim, but somehow he survived it. But the origin of this expression goes back to that particular escaped convict's life story, right? And another interesting origin for this phrase is there is a department, at least there was a department store by the same name, Buckleys and Nunn. So again, there are two very interesting history associated with this particular phrase. But the fact remains that the meaning of the phrase is either you have very slim chances or nil chances, right? That is what Buckleys and Nunn is all about. The third one is no names, no pact rule, right? This actually means, again, the origin of this phrase is, it is often used in the army scenarios, but in a civilian context, it means that you don't want to spot anyone particularly for their wrong acts or for their misdemeanor, but you just want to make a general comment. So how we could use this particular phrase would be, no names, no pact rules, but I do know the set of students who are always gossiping at the back bench, right? So it really means that you know who is causing the problem, but you really don't want to spotlight them and give them the punishment that is due for their wrong act, but still you just want to kind of mention it in a very general way. So that's what no names, no pact rule is all about. Another example for this particular phrase would be the employees, some of them are like using the infrastructure, the office infrastructure and money for their personal gains, but then no names, no pact rule, I'd rather leave it here, right? So these are the three expressions that I wanted to share with all of you. And again, let me recap. So the first one was even Steven, second one was Buckleys and Nunn, and the third is no names, no pact rule. Hope you found them useful and take care. Bye-bye.